to College Penny, everyone, and today we're going to be discussing how to use the golden resource for the SAT, Khan Academy. So now let's turn to my computer and look at how Khan Academy works. So this is my account, and I've basically just created an account. Make sure that you guys use your scores to link into your account, or sort of like create your account in the first place. Usually you're able to do that when you look at your scores on College Board. They'll ask you if you want to link them, and you just basically want to link it and create your account through there. If not, you can create it, and then when you take a test, you can end up linking the test back afterwards. So I'll just click on the official SAT practice tab, and this is my dashboard and basically everything I did with Khan Academy back when I was preparing. And so what I like about this arrangement is that once you take a College Board given test, like the PSAT, the SAT, or even a practice test, this website will give you immediate feedback so that you're able to focus on the areas you need most help with. So that's really great. Another thing is that usually most people who use this site regularly, you'll get the option of creating a schedule for your SAT practice, like over here, and it'll pop up here, and you'll get to see a calendar that'll tell you how many days you've practiced in a row, how much you still need to practice for this week, and all that. So you can set goals for yourself. Let's say you're really in that range where you have the actual test in a matter of a month or so. Then you want to definitely be practicing a few hours a week. It's no excuse to be 20 minutes this week. No, you need to do the few hours every week. So then, obviously, you can cater your calendar to meet those needs, and then your practice will also follow. So now, usually, your schedule will tell you to practice either reading and writing or math. So let's say my schedule is telling me to practice reading and writing for that day. Then I basically get this sort of tab thing appear, and it would have my most missed skill on the practice test I took, or the PSAT or an SAT that I took, that was appearing on the sidebar over here earlier, and it would find all the questions I got wrong on those tests, and it would give me practice catered to that. So my most missed question or topic I would have first. So let's say I miss literature a lot. This would basically mean that I missed literature a lot on the actual test that I took, and that I need to practice it. So I'd end up practicing it, then I'd practice the next thing, and then I basically take this sort of assessment, which is like a timed mini section. And it would basically help me learn everything that I did today, sort of thing. It's like accumulation. And then let's say I wanted to just practice one thing by itself, and that wasn't necessarily linked to my performance on that particular test. Let's say I just was looking to practice frequently confused words, because I just don't understand if I should use this word or that word when I'm doing the writing section. Then I'd basically go in and practice it. And the best part of all these practice tabs is the ability to actually go in and look at how-to examples. So let's say I don't know how to approach a reading science section. Let's say it just gets me every time. Every time I do reading, I just miss reading science questions. So then I'd look up the how-to videos, I'd look at them, and basically they'd give you an array of tips and tricks on how to approach the science section. So it's like having your own tutor, but just all more convenient and easier. So they give you all these tips, you can ask questions, and everything is great up to that point. And then let's say I wanted to also do math that day, and even if it isn't in my schedule, I can still do it. You can still practice anything, even if it's not in your schedule. The schedule is just there to organize everything. And with math, things get harder. So like I said, test starts off easy, gets harder as you go. So you have basic examples and harder examples. Now let's talk about the essay portion. So in your practice, you also happen to have practice essays. So just like you can practice reading and writing and math, you can also practice essays. So these would be sample prompts designed right after the prompts that are on the actual SAT, and you'd be able to practice them and take it like a real essay. Now there's tips and strategies too. So I always used this page when I was confused on certain sections. So really just gives you tips and tricks on everything. So how to prepare, reading and writing plans, math plans. So all this is for teachers, but like you can still use it. This all is for you. So you can plan everything. There's just little articles on how to do everything. So this is a golden page if you're looking for quick tips and tricks, because tips and strategies, entire thing. Now, let's talk about the full tests. The full tests are going to be great for when you've prepped a lot and you've taken enough practices, you've spent a lot of time practicing the general content, and you're ready to move on, and you have a test scheduled in like a week or so or 2 weeks, and you just want to make sure that you know how the test will be and you're able to take it as well as you can. So you want to take these practice tests. Now there's 8 practice tests that are complete SATs. You want to take these like the SATs. I would recommend printing them out, or even if you take them online, that's okay, but like I would suggest printing the last one out. And then you want to make sure that when you do these tests, you emulate the testing environment. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to actually emulate the testing environment. Don't go off and take breaks. Don't run out of your room and like get water every 2 seconds. You won't be allowed to drink water during the test unless it's during your 10-minute break. So make sure you time things exactly. Timing shouldn't be an issue as this thing times out for you. And if anything, you can set alarms, whatever you need to do with your printed test. And make sure you're in a quiet environment. You're able to take these tests all the way through. Now, it's also very important not to exhaust all of these tests. Because again, these are the only exact mirrored copies you have of the SAT in terms of the style of question, the company who writes the question. So like the company has its quirks. And those you will find in these tests. But like with like Barron's or Kaplan or something, they don't have all of those quirks. So again, it's important to use this. Now, you want to use 4 to 5 tests for your first SAT. Don't use all of them because you might not get the score you want. Because the first time I took it, I wasn't that prepared. I was actually sick on that day, and I ended up not doing so well. So then other 4 came in handy, and it went well. So that's great. So now that's all that I really have to show you on Khan Academy SAT practice webpage, on the webpage itself. And so make sure if you have the SAT coming up soon to sign up for an account here and to practice on a schedule. Be diligent in your behaviors and make sure that you follow through. And you will definitely improve. You'll see your score improving, and I can assure you that you will definitely be at least 100 points better than you were in the beginning if you do things correctly. So thanks for watching College Penny and this SAT video. Again, we're still a new channel, so I'm still taking suggestions for what sorts of videos you guys want to see. So make sure to comment down below, like, subscribe, so that this content can be available to more kids out there who are struggling with college or like just preparing for college in general. And I'll see you guys next time on College Penny. Thank you.